I think the number one priority is just health. Like,
Yeah, but how do you do anything? I guess rest some guys.
definitely. Like I would be resting. I don't think I'm not going to rest Marner or Matthews, I don't think, until maybe the last game of the year. It's all done and dusted. Or, I think last year, was it that Marner was chasing 100 and they sat him in the last? Or I forget, there was stuff. Like, unless there's big personal milestones on the line, I'm not resting anybody. I'm resting people towards the last couple games. But the older guys, I think I'm sitting down a little bit. Like, you don't think Tavares should get a couple games off down the stretch here? You don't think I'm looking down to the
nom for Tavares.
like? Don't you think Gio a couple more games off before the end of the year?
We do have a clip on that.
I think at this point now, 2 would have been good if you had 15 or 18 games left. With 8 after tonight, 2's too many for these guys
to sit out.
Yes.
Yeah. So give everyone maybe one night on the way home.
All right, let's go to our first Kippers Clipper with Keith talking about Gio skipping morning skates.
Yeah, well, we have been for quite some time. He hasn't necessarily listened because he's in his groove, but we got him to take a game off, whatever that was on the one back-to-back, and he responded positively to that. I think for some of these older guys that are in their routines and such, it is just a routine in a lot of cases, and it's a mental block that they feel like they have to be out there. So the moment they start to maybe miss some things and they actually maybe discover they do feel pretty good coming out of that maybe you start to change their mindset a little bit. But I don't imagine Gio will be taking too many reps off. And speaking of older guys, I mean, I don't know if Ryan O'Reilly's still out on the ice right now or not, but I feel like he's been in his gear for almost 3 hours here this morning. And just keeps working at it. So some of these guys that get into their routines and they just love being out there. It's impressive to watch, but at the same time, you've got to sometimes lead them to water a little bit.
Did you get the sense that, like, it's a touchy subject with Sheldon or Kyle to go to these guys and almost like they make it feel like it's pulling teeth to get them to do something, or it's a huge challenge for us, instead of just going in there and saying, hey, buddy,
you're off today.
Done.
Yeah.
Give them this one right here, right?
Yeah.
Off.
You guys are in charge.
Yeah.
You're the general manager and the coach.
It's like, we got him to do this, and I wasn't really sure who's on the ice, and I didn't want to look, and it's like, come on.
It is interesting that, I think they aspire to be, sort of newer, and I say they because I lump Kyle in with this, but like a little bit more new age in that they're collaborative. Like, what are you feeling? What do you need? Get the feedback from the players and all that. When you're 100% right, if you feel like Gio needs more time, more rest, well, then you tell him he's resting, Where
were all these hugs when I played?
Oh, yeah. They no,
right?
None for me either.
Are you
Kip,
okay?
Along the way. Yeah.
Can we get you something warm to drink?
I'm my junior coach. I blocked a shot.
Bring you anything?
Cracked a bone in my foot. He took my crutches away because he said it'll never heal with you not, putting no pressure on it. So that was my junior experience.
Wow.
Anyway, it is interesting. I do agree with the idea that for these guys, it's a mindset. For a guy like Gio, it's like he typically does this, so he wants to continue to do it because they're creatures of habit. He may find that a little rest is good for him at his age.
Like, under no circumstances would you want to see, like, Marner or Matthews upwards of 26 to 28 minutes a night. Like, there should be no circumstance.
None.
What about killing penalties for Mitch Marner? You want to see him
question.
out there killing as many penalties as he has in the past to try to win a hockey game? Do you back that off?
That's a really good point. Like, would you say, we know Mitch is a superb penalty killer and we know he's going to kill for us in the playoffs. We're going to see who else can kill, because we don't need Mitch getting in front of any pucks or playing the extra 3 minutes a night. I think that's a great idea. I don't know, when would you want him back in and back, working with his partner? 3 games to go in the season, get back killing penalties? I like the idea of him not killing.
But not completely shutting him down, but just picking
you
some
get the
spots,
Matthews minutes now.
which means go out there, take a face-off, go through a couple of waves, and then get off, right? It's not, you're not out there for a minute and a half. I want you out there for 40 seconds.
I just keep them right off it. Just say, hey, when we've got enough guys who can PK. We don't want you getting hurt.
I also think you take guys out of the rhythm of the game, and
For sure.
it's changing routines, and weird things happen when you're trying to manage stuff. It just,
So true.
it just
Yeah, I don't know.
status quo to me. It's just like, maybe take less penalties so he has to kill less. I don't know. It's such a stupid, anecdotal, cursey kind of thing to me. But like, the second you start taking guys out of routines and playing them less here and doing stuff less there, it just feels like you're setting yourself up for disaster.